UFC 204, Bilal Muhammad is the new welterweight champion, and we're gonna be breaking it down and then reacting. UFC 204, Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. Wow, man. Obviously, not the most intense. Obviously, not the most entertaining card, but for me, technically, it was great to fucking watch those fights, right? From the main event to the co-main event. Let's start on the co-main event. Tom Aspinall makes it look so easy, bro. He makes it look so easy. He's been talking about that he's putting in the work, hardening his hands, and he actually proved that he's a problem in the heavyweight division. He's a real problem in the heavyweight division, and that's why John Jones doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall, because he's in his prime. The most exciting fight, though, in the heavyweight is Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall. I know that that fight's gonna happen, but at this moment that Tom Aspinall is. At this moment that Tom Aspinall is at, he needs to fucking push for that John Jones fight. This time, he's got 2 interim belts, which didn't make sense, honestly. From the start, from the start, that he was not gonna be fighting for the actual undisputed title, and he just threw those hands easily. He just caught fucking Curtis Blades so fucking easily. And guess what? Happened? He TKO'd him very early in the fight. It took him a couple of minutes. Now let's move on to the main event. The main event: Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. When I was watching the fight, I was watching the fight, right? And I was watching the fight soundless, because I knew this was not gonna be, that exciting fight. That exciting fight, right? Now let's break it down. Bilal Muhammad did the basics very easily. He was keeping that close distance, because Leon Edwards was looking, because Leon Edwards, when you give him the distance, when you're not too close to him, we saw what happened to Kumar Usman. Kumar Usman got KO'd in the last round. In the 5th round, in the fights that he was winning, that's where Bilal Muhammad showed improvements in his striking, in his. He showed that training with Khabib actually did wonders for him, because his wrestling was on a different level than the first fight. His striking was on a different level in the first fight. Just with those jabs, man, he was throwing those great jabs. He wasn't landing solid punches, but him landing those jabs shows that he's improved, and he's done his homework on Leon Edwards. Turns out what Leon Edwards when he fights and he actually strikes with you, he doesn't move his head often. He just stands there and he wants to land his shots. That's why that fight against Nate Diaz, he got caught and almost got finished. He actually got caught and almost got finished, but he survived that 5th round against who? Nate Diaz. And Bilal Muhammad never did anything effective in the striking. He didn't do anything wonderful on those. Let me say, in the striking department. Besides those jabs. Those jabs were landing on the money, man. Those jabs were fucking landing on the money. And when those jabs were landing on the money, Leon Edwards, I think he was questioning his striking. at that moment. He couldn't throw. He couldn't throw carelessly because Bilal Muhammad, his stance was ready to throw. It's either a left hook or a counter right hook. You know, that's how the fight. That's how the fight went, and we saw how the fight went. And man, Bilal Muhammad did a lot of things right. And back to Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards has been a great champion. Leon Edwards took the best from Kumar Usman and won the rematch convincingly after losing a point. You know, in this fight, he was talking about he's too slow, and Bilal Muhammad was not. He was gonna get knocked out. And yeah, we saw how the fight played out. One thing Leon Edwards did great. You know, he showed that he still has his skills. You know, he still has the skills, and he's a very athletic guy. If you saw in the later rounds, round 5 and round 2, how he switched the position very late in the round. The first that I remember off was 39 seconds of the round. That the round was about to end, and he did a great reverse. You know, when he got dominated most of the fight. You know, he just reacted too late. You know, that's where he showed his skills, that he still has the skills, and he was very much capable of defending most of those takedowns. But because Bilal Muhammad, number one, he was too strong for Leon Edwards. He was just too strong when it came to the ground game and the grappling and the control time. You know, he was just too strong. Leon Edwards did a great job round 3. You know, getting his own ground control. You know, time for that 3rd round. You know, that's where he looked like he was turning things around. And then came the 4th round, he fought the same. When Bilal Muhammad was coming too close, he was looking to strike, and he, at the same time, defending himself. You know, taking a book from Sean Strickland's fighting style. You know, ready to throw and also defending himself, and Leon Edwards just staying on the cage and not moving. He was setting up traps, but they were not going to fool Bilal Muhammad like that. But Leon Edwards, every time when he's against the cage, he knew a takedown was coming. You know, he knew that takedown was coming, but he did nothing to adjust to that. Turns out he was just shot out by Bilal Muhammad, and Bilal Muhammad did a great job. Did a great job maintaining distance, because as I said, when you keep the distance away from Leon Edwards, he's gonna throw that head kick. You know. And this time, Bilal Muhammad was very mindful, and he was very aware that when Leon Edwards retreats and goes back, he was going to throw that, and Bilal Muhammad just came to he just pushed, you know, for the pressure for that leg kick to not land clean. You know, he defended those leg kicks pretty good. You know. One thing that Leon Edwards does in his fights, he mentally self-destruct. Why am I saying that? Cause every time they take him down, he looks into putting the work. He doesn't have the strength, but his IQ of defending, his IQ of riding out the round and actually defending to not get submitted is fucking world class and 100%, and he's a great striker. But Bilal Muhammad shut him down. shut him down. You know, this was a great technical fight, as I said. So now let's talk about the whole thing, right? Leon Edwards fought Kumar Usman twice, and he lost, and he was losing the majority. He was losing the majority of the first fight, and the second fight he was also doing a great job, but he actually lost the point, and he actually won the fight. Despite losing the point, he won the fight, and Bilal Muhammad is now the new welterweight champion. Now, I don't know, man. The welterweight division is not about to sell tickets for the Bilal fight, because we saw how Bilal fought, and as I said, entertainingly, it was not the best. But I, as an MMA spectator, an MMA, fanatic, I understood the game, and that's why I watched that fight on silence. I just turned the volume off. I just wanted to see what Bilal Muhammad was doing, because the commentary, honestly, those motherfuckers just make me sick. Those motherfuckers just make me sick. The last fight that I fought, the last main event that I was watching, Joe Rogan being biased as fuck. I just fucking hate shit like that. I just want to use my eyes to actually watch the fight and appreciate the fight for what they are, And you got and as for the welterweight division, Kumar Usman has to fight Bilal Muhammad. Kumar Usman has to fight Bilal Muhammad, because that fight needs to fucking happen. Why are you saying that fight needs to happen? Because the guys, because people think that Kumar Usman doesn't have it anymore when he lost to a young Leon Edwards, And guess what? Bilal Muhammad did a great job and won against a young Leon Edwards. I don't know why. I don't know how to fucking give about that, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. This is the whole thing episode, bro. We out now.